How is everybody doing? Alrighty then, so Marvel Rivals announces new milestone with a free cosmetic. This game just reached 20 million players. Damn man, this game, I really need to try this game out. Yeah, it says right here, Marvel Rivals has reached 20 million players. The game is giving away a free Galactus spray to celebrate the milestone. Fans who wish to collect the spray need to log into the game between December 20, 2024 and January 10, 2025. If you play the game and you want a new spray, just log in into the game. But man, I really see so many people talking good about this game. But man, I haven't had the time yet. I wish I had the time to play every single game, but time is limited, but I really want to play the game. But let's see what it says right here. This is on Game Rant. In a post on social media, Marvel Rivals announced that 20 million people have played the popular new title and is releasing a free spray to celebrate. NetEase Games recently celebrated the successful release of Marvel Rivals when it announced that 10 million players had downloaded the game within the first 72 hours of launch. The game has managed to double that figure in a short time. With such impressive numbers, it seems as if the hero shooter is off to a running start. In a recent trailer, Marvel Rivals announced the upcoming Winter Celebration, where players will be treated to new skins and a fresh game mode. The new skins will include a winter variant of Venom, a Santa-themed Groot, Jeff the Land Shark in a winter gear, Magic in a ski suit, and Rocket Raccoon with a Christmas hat. Marvel Rivals' new game mode seems to take inspiration from Nintendo's Splatoon, with 4 Jeffs swimming around the map, spraying colored frost everywhere. Players can look forward to joining in on the fun on Friday, December 20 at midnight. Damn, man, yeah, it's right here. We are thrilled to announce that 20 million players have joined Marvel Rivals. Our gratitude for each of you is immense. The spray is ready now, and we also include this number in the spray. Thank you for helping us achieve this milestone. Man, I'm really happy that this game turned out very good, because at the start when it was announced, I wasn't really sure the game would be good, but it seems it's a great game and it keeps getting more and more players, and man, if people are enjoying the game, I'm happy for them. And going from one good game to a possibly future great game, this is on The Gamer. The Witcher 4's map will be more or less the same size as of The Witcher 3. Okay, but the cinematic trailer for The Witcher 4 takes place in the far north. The game map is going to be similar to the size of The Witcher 3, as will the amount of quests. There will be new regions to explore in The Witcher 4. So, will the game be totally open world, or will it be divided by areas like The Witcher 3? That is the one thing I want to know. CD Projekt Red are currently engaged in a small press tour following the airing of The Witcher 4 cinematic reveal trailer at this year's Game Awards. This has given us a steady stream of tidbits about the studio's upcoming title, with the studio painting a general picture of what to expect. In the cinematic trailer, we saw Ciri defeat a Bauk in the woods near a remote village where the villagers routinely engage in human sacrifice in order to appease the gods. Unfortunately for our new protagonist, the villagers still sacrifice a woman, Miomi, despite Ciri's triumph over the evil creature, to the far north. The trailer takes place in the remote far north. It's unknown just how far north the village is, but there's a chance it's in the northern Redania or beyond. In The Witcher 3, we explore southern Redania, which borders the Nilfgaardian occupied Temeria. In an interview with Easy Allies, CDPR executive producer Gozia Mitrega confirmed the team is introducing new regions. Nice spot Games radar. If this isn't Northern Redania, this remote village could be in Kraden, Kovir or Povis. These are regions north of Redania and are united under the kingdom of Kovir and Povis. Well, since they talk about regions, I suppose the game will still be divided in areas, which is okay for me. I think that makes it easier to explore everything and to do everything. But I might be wrong, but let's this right here, it's the only thing that the Assassin's Creed also said this from Origins to Odyssey and from Odyssey to Valhalla, that the map will be basically the same, and then they come out and it's bigger and bigger and bigger every time. I don't think The Witcher will do that, but I think if it's in regions, it's good for me. I just hope the game is good, man. And I hope they have a good explanation for Ciri to have the Witcher powers, which I talked before. I think is a bit unnecessary. I think they should have done her own powers and improve, like we saw in The Witcher 3, and just improve on her own powers. But the game might still be good. I'm not gonna say the game is gonna be bad because of that. The Witcher 3 is one of, if not my favorite game ever, so I have high hopes for this. And next, from Push Square, rumor: the Far Cry series may be finally be switching things up in the next 2 games. Why not the next game? Ubisoft's open world shooter series Far Cry has stayed in more or less the same place since the immensely successful Far Cry 3 that launched back in 2012. According to a new report, though, it seems the next couple of games will try something different at last. Man, Far Cry 3 was such a great game. I love that game so much. I even beat it again recently. Such a great game, and Vaas, awesome character. Insider Gamer claims that there are currently 2 Far Cry titles in development, one presumably named Far Cry 7, codenamed Blackbird, and another codenamed Maverick. Well, let's see if the Ubisoft can stay in business that long, because, as I've said before, if Assassin's Creed Shadows fails, I think they can be done as a company. According to this new report, both games have shifted from the Dunia engine to Snowdrop, with development being led by Ubisoft Montreal. Blackbird is apparently the next mainline game, and it's changing the typical Far Cry formula by giving the player a time limit. The report claims the player must rescue their kidnapped family from a conspiracy cult, and they have 24 real-life hours, 72 in-game hours to do so. Okay, if this is the how do I say, the switch in the series and the new mechanic of the game, I'm already against it. One of the reasons I didn't like Dead Rising 2 is because you have a limited amount of time to do certain things, and man, people may disagree with me on this, but for me, the moment you put a time limit on things I need to do, I'm already out, because I hate to feel the pressure that you need to do this in this X amount of time. You need to do this in this X amount of time. You need to do this. Man, I hate these time limits bullshits in games. I really do. Just put the thing on the game and let me. Okay, if they want to do this, and the time limit is like a difficulty mode, where if you play on hard mode, you have limited time to do the quests and all of that. Okay, that for me, if it's optional, okay, I don't mind. But if the entire game you have time, okay, it's 24 real life hours, but sometimes we go longer time without playing the same game. We have things to do outside of playing games every day, right? So I don't think this is a great idea, but if it's only for main quests, like you start the main quest and you have this X amount of hours to do the main quest, maybe. But if it's the entire game like it was in Dead Rising 2, then I'm already out. The other game, Maverick, is reportedly an extraction survival shooter that takes place in the Alaskan wilderness, in which players will have to battle each other as well as the elements and wildlife to survive. On top of these interesting concepts, the movement system in both games has apparently been overhauled, with more movement options at your disposal. It's said that the 2 games share some gameplay systems because they both splinter off from a single project. So Ubisoft is grabbing a game and splitting the game in 2 so they can sell more. It's basically what they are doing. Whether this report is accurate remains to be seen, but if it is, we are all for the Far Cry series shaking things up. While new settings and additional mechanics have been keeping the series going, this sounds like it's an effort to take a risk on some new ideas if true. Okay, here's the thing. Push Square, it's not a new idea. Dead Rising 2 did that, what, 12 years ago or something like that? It's not a new idea to have missions time limited. Come on, Push Square. But for me, if this is the mechanic, I'm already out. Unless it's only for main quests. If it's only main quests and the rest of the game you can do as you like, then okay. Now if it's the entire game, you have this X amount of time to do certain things, I'm out. I don't care, I'm out, I don't like that. But I guess time will tell. And to end in some Suicide Squad Season 4, Deathstroke fails to move the needle much. It ends not with a boomerang but a whisper. Yeah, this game is... I don't even know. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League support is mercifully ending, with the completion of Season 4 in January 2025. We had held out some hope that the release of the playable character Deathstroke, who seemed like the coolest of the additional baddies, might draw an influx of players. Alas, it seems the game is fated to fade into ignominy. Ignominy? I don't know. Forbes journalist Paul Tassi has also been chronicling Suicide Squad pain. He notes that the release of Deathstroke, not to mention the steeply discounted game, failed to produce a late-in-life windfall for publisher Warner Bros. Games. Tassi notes that this will likely be his final player count update, which is how we know it's over. The writer is among the few evangelists the game has ever had. Man, the moment I saw that this game was gonna be live service and all of that, I was already out. I really was. And the moment you say Suicide Squad kills the Justice League, I'm not a deep lore guy in the DC comics and all of that, but the characters they had in Suicide Squad, not in a lifetime they would be able to kill Superman. I'm sorry, but if Superman is possessed and can kill, he would kill them all in half a second. That's just how it is, for what I know. If I'm wrong, you are free to tell me in the comments, but that is what I believe. As I said, I can be wrong because I know some things of the Superman and DC comics, but I'm not that deep lore guy that knows everything. I'm just kind of a normie in terms of that, but I think Superman would kill them all in half a second. But, well, I can't believe this is a studio that made the Arkham series games, but how the mighty has fallen. And then to end in some funny news, on Eurogamer, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, director asks PC players to avoid offensive or inappropriate mods, man. Really, you are going to ask that from the PC players? It's what they do. They do mods with this in mind. Come on. Naoki Yamaguchi, the director of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, has asked PC players not to install any offensive or inappropriate mods once the game is released. The PC release of the game was revealed last week at the Game Awards, arriving the 23rd of January 2025. Of course, this means it will be open to the modding community. While the team has no plans for official in-game mod support, Yamaguchi told Epic Games, "We respect the creativity of the modding community and welcome their creations, though we ask modders not to create or install anything offensive or inappropriate." Come on, 5 seconds after the game release, you are gonna have a ton of this. It's what modders do. When previous game Final Fantasy VII Remake was released, it became renowned in the modding scene, from VR modes to alternative costumes and even replacing Cloud's iconic Buster Sword with other characters. Man, I love PC gamers. No doubt Rebirth will follow a similar fate. I look forward to seeing the weapons replaced by Thomas the Tank Engine. Amagushi's comments echo those of Final Fantasy XVI producer Naoki Yoshida, who similarly asked fans not to create inappropriate modes for the game's PC release. That may have been asking for trouble, but since its release in September, the weirdest mods were simply adding Ben Star's shining meme face to Clive's cape. Amaguchi also told Epic that DLC was considered for the PC version as an episodic story, much like the Yuffie intermission DLC for Remake. However, with limited resources, the team ultimately decided finishing the third game in the trilogy was the highest priority, and I agree. However, if we receive strong requests from players after the release regarding certain matters, we would like to consider them, added Amaguchi. Final Fantasy Rebirth will come with improved lighting, though, and fans have been sharing comparisons on social media. Man, I think it's worse to tell PC players not to do something. Just don't say nothing, because the moment you come and say please don't do this, it's exactly what they are going to do. It's the internet, it's PC gamers. The moment you say don't do this, it's exactly what they are going to do. But I thought it was a funny story to have here. And well, guys, let me know if you are hyped for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth on PC and some offensive or inappropriate mods. Inappropriate. We all know what this means, right? We all know what this means. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.